Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about this mysterious robot hero in Corepunk. Nobody know what his name is, nobody know what he can, but it's all conspiration. But we still have some data about him that we could talk about. So if we go to the character creation in Corepunk, you will be seeing all the different 12 heroes. The thing is, in the middle you will see this robotish face, and yeah, I mean, it looks like a standard robot from we have seen in other games with this very light LED face. Again, we have no clue who he is or what he can do. But the art that we got from the team has some other interesting robot designs. And if you look at the face from the character creation and the face from this one, this guy in the middle looks quite close to it. So perhaps this guy in the middle is going to be the playable hero that you can be in the game now. Of course, because they have unlocked genders, it would make sense they also make a robot lady now. That could potentially maybe be, well, not anyone in this picture because it looks like they're all male robots. But the cool thing is if you go to the website on Corepunk and scroll to the bottom, you actually see this screenshot and you also see this screenshot. This is the robot guy that we are looking at, and right now we are playing on some kind of a character called Bruno. He is the robot guy. We can see a square-faced face, and he has some abilities. Very interesting, the abilities. I mean, we have a Q, W, E, D. We know that, we know that the spell on D and F is not coming from the class or the hero itself. It's all about the passive ability, well, the abilities you can choose for all the heroes in the game, like summoner spells in League of Legends. That is confirmed, by the way, so you don't have to think about that. So this hero is of course also going to have 3 different specializations, like in any other of the heroes. They're all going to have different, they're going to have different specs, like the warrior, the one they call the champion. He has, like, the 2-handed sword spec, the one-hand shield and one-hand sword, and the bow. So that's the specs. The question is, what about this robot guy? What is he going to have different specs? But we can see the spec he's in right now. He has a Q ability. I mean, we can all see it's a bump. So 100% he's going to have a spell, and it has, like, you can like see the bump is flying. So I'm pretty sure this Q ability is that he has to face to a direction, and then of course it will shoot out a bump. That W looks like something that is like, it looks like he can probably maybe uncover an area. This game is going to have fog of war. And I think maybe this one is like make it increasing how much he can see in the fog of war. Maybe also it spot enemies, and maybe all enemies that are spotting in this area is maybe getting 20% more damage, something like that, I could imagine. His E ability actually looks like a healing spell, so maybe he has like a robotic healing ability, or maybe it's a healing, maybe this is actually a support role. So he has like a damage spell, a support spell with the scoring on the W. The E is his healing ability, and then of course his R ability, we have no clue on what that is. I mean, the R ability is the cooldown ability, so it could be anything. But from what the pictures looks like, it looks like a damage spell, a discovery spell, and a healing spell. So that is quite cool. And I mean, the hero looks fantastic, and he looks like a super cool robotic hero. And again, we don't know much about him, but he looks super cool. So it would be fun to see if we can do customization like this, where he would be like a robot and we can put some custom hair on him, choose your own skin. I can imagine how robots in this game, if you create this character here, in the character creation, how you can choose your robot's color and all that. I mean, if you're creating the normal champions of Paladin, you can choose maybe like if you want to have a dark or a light skin, like a human. But if you take the robot one, I'm pretty sure you'll be like a green robot, red robot, blue robot. There's like non-unlimited because it's a robot. You can pretty much spray paint it with anything you want. So this mysterious hero is a big mysterious was all. But again, we have seen that he is in the character creation. We have also seen that probably some art from him. We have seen the different screenshot of him, and again, we don't know who he is and so on. But this is the different screenshot we have seen him in, and he looks cool, and it looks like in the spec he is in right now, he's a supporter, and also very funnily, we can see he hasn't any weapon on him yet, so maybe his spec is melee, maybe it's some kind of a where he doesn't really have a weapon to show, and he's just like, you know, shooting maybe maybe not arrows, maybe bullets out of the hand or something like that. We don't really know. So the speculations can begin. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this robotic hero? I mean, so I'm not going to just talk about all the heroes that we're going to see on this picture here, because I would only talk about heroes that we actually have seen in-game screenshot of. But that hero there, I'm pretty sure that we know a bit more about him because we have seen the action bars and so on. So very interesting. Let me know in the comments, what do you think this robot guy is? What do you think he can? And guess the spells if you want. And are you going to play a robotic hero? I mean, personally myself, I hate like robot themes and space themes and all that. So I mean, I can live with the Corepunk, and because it has a split between fantasy and it has a split between robotic and, you know, space and all that. And for me, that's perfectly fit. It's really cool. It has this themed together, but a robot hero would probably never be me. I would more be like a healer, classic archer, or classic warrior, or classic mage, or something like that. But let's say, maybe he's super fun and I will change my mind. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Thanks for watching, and peace out.